Ever notice how one simple task can feel heavier the closer you get to starting it? That's not laziness. Before you move, your brain quietly scans for uncertainty, effort, and what might go wrong. Here is what the loop actually looks like. First, you look at a project that sounds simple from the outside. Finish the presentation, apply for the job, start training, fix the website. But those are not actions. They are containers filled with unanswered questions. Where do I begin? What does good look like? How long will this take? What if I choose the wrong approach? What if I start and discover I am not capable of finishing? Each unanswered question creates a little friction. You do not experience that friction as a neat list of decisions. You experience it as a feeling. Restlessness, tension, confusion, a sudden urge to do literally anything else. So you check one message. You clean the desk. You watch a useful video. For a moment, the uncomfortable feeling disappears. That relief teaches your brain something dangerous. Escaping works. The next time the task appears, the urge to avoid it arrives even faster. Not because you are lazy, but because your brain remembers which action removed the discomfort last time. Researchers often describe procrastination as a problem of short-term mood regulation. The task creates an unpleasant emotion, and delay gives you immediate relief, even though it makes tomorrow worse. And the task itself matters. In one experience sampling study, students were more likely to procrastinate study sessions when the task felt ambiguous. The fog was not just in their personality. It changed from session to session. This is why shouting at yourself to become more motivated usually fails. You are trying to add emotional energy while leaving the uncertainty untouched. Instead, remove uncertainty in 4 layers. Layer 1, turn the project into a visible physical action. Not work on the presentation. Open the slide deck and create one blank slide. Not sort out my finances. Open the banking app and write down the current balance. Not study chemistry. Put the textbook on the desk and answer question 1. A useful first action begins with a verb, can be seen by another person, and has a clear finish line. Open, write, place, send, read, highlight. If the action is still vague, keep shrinking it. Layer 2. Lower the cost of entry. Your first action is not a promise to finish. Tell yourself, I will do 10 seconds, then I can stop. Open the file. Put on the shoes. Type the ugly first sentence. This sounds almost insultingly small, which is exactly why it works. A tiny action does not require you to feel confident. It only requires movement, and movement gives you new information. The task that felt like a dark room now has a floor, a wall, and a light switch. Once the next step becomes visible, continuing is easier than it was from the outside. Layer 3. Decide the trigger before the moment arrives. Instead of saying, I will work on it tomorrow, use an if-then plan. If I finish breakfast, then I will open the document at the kitchen table. If I sit on the train, then I will review 5 flashcards. If I notice myself reaching for my phone, then I will write one sentence first. Research on implementation intentions finds that these specific plans help people turn intentions into action. The power is not in making the goal more inspiring. It is in removing a decision from the exact moment when avoidance is strongest. Layer 4. Make the environment carry part of the load. Put the document in full screen before you take a break. Leave the shoes beside the door. Put the phone in another room. Keep the required tab open and close the 5 that are competing for attention. You are not proving that you have unlimited willpower. You are designing a starting line that is difficult to miss. Now combine all 4 layers into one rescue protocol. When you catch yourself avoiding something, do not ask, why am I like this? Ask 4 better questions. What is uncertain? What is the next visible action? How can I make it take less than 2 minutes? What exact cue will trigger it? Imagine you have been avoiding a job application. The uncertainty might be, I do not know how to describe my experience. The visible action becomes, open the resume and highlight one achievement. The tiny version becomes, highlight one sentence, not rewrite the entire document. The cue becomes, after I make coffee at 7:30, I will sit at the table and highlight that sentence before opening anything else. That is a start your brain can understand. You can use the same method for almost anything. For exercise, After I put my work bag down, I will change into training clothes and walk outside for 2 minutes. For studying, when the timer reaches 7, I will open the notes and write one question I cannot answer yet. For a creative project, after I close dinner, I will open the draft and make one deliberately rough version. Notice what all of these have in common. They do not demand motivation. They create clarity, reduce entry cost, and attach action to a moment that already exists. The goal is not to trick yourself into working forever. Sometimes you will do the tiny action and stop. That still matters. You practiced approaching the task instead of escaping it. More often, the first action changes the emotional shape of the work. The unknown becomes known. The giant project becomes a sequence. The feeling of resistance loses its job. So the next time your brain says, "Not now," do not start a fight with it. Make the task clearer. Make the first move smaller. Choose the moment in advance. Then do the one visible thing directly in front of you. You do not need to finish the project right now. You only need to remove enough fog to begin.